everyone, happy Halloween. Today I'm going to be doing the wolf costume tutorial for makeup, and then you'll be able to see photos of the whole outfit on my blog, lipstickandchiffon.com. So for this Halloween costume, I'm being the Big Bad Wolf, and John's going to be Little Red Riding Hood. So a little twist there, and it should be fun. And I'll make sure, if you guys follow me on Instagram at Lipstick and Chiffon, you'll be able to see a photo of both of us on Halloween night. So I hope you guys have some fun costumes planned for yourselves, and comment in the comments below and let me know what you are being. So let's get started. I've already done my eyeshadow primer, the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, so that's vital. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure you have black eyeliner, some black, so I have some gray shadow here, and then I have black out from Urban Decay, eye makeup remover, and cotton swabs. Because trying to get straight lines is not always the easiest thing in the world. So I did my foundation already, and I'm doing a little bit of a contour here, and then I'm going to be using Kat Von D's Homegirl lipstick for the lips, with a little bit of a black contour on the lip. Alright, so first step I did was I used Freestyle from Urban Decay. It's just a neutral color just to pack some neutrality down and so that the shadow sticks better to shadow. Next, you want to make sure your pencil is nice and sharpened. And this is that NYX waterproof eyeliner. Decided to use it again. So I already did my waterline underneath here. So now I'm just going to do kind of a quick line over top of my lashes. I'm going to go back over this with a liquid liner as well, since some of the shadow will probably cover it up. So you want to draw this line just straight out as best you can. Sometimes it's hard with a pencil liner. That's why I have a nice little Q-tip to straighten it out and define that tip a little bit. Alright. Before it dries, it's usually easier to smudge away. Have a tiny brush on hand as well, because that's going to help you smooth out the line. So if you're not very good at doing straight lines, this may be a little more difficult for you and may take a little longer, but that's alright. Next, I'm going to do this nose portion right here to connect to the eyeliner. So I'm going to start over here and then come up. So if it helps you, you can sketch it out first and then go back and perfect the lines, or just go little bit by little bit. Because we're going to go back over this with some shadow, and then I'm going to be using the liquid liner later to help define it. Alright, so try to eyeball it too to make sure it looks somewhat even. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to take a pause and then go back and thicken the line just a little bit. And then not everybody's nose has straight sides, so I have a little curve here. So I'm just going to go slowly over that so it doesn't make it look like I have a huge bump. And see, I already messed up, so I'm going to go back in with a Q-tip later and fix that up. And I'm going to be coloring this whole underbelly of my nose. So if you really hate the length of your nose, it's going to be a nice little camouflage for you. Alright. And then try to do little connecting, somewhat triangle things here to connect the line to the nose. So it's not just a line and then a circle. Okay. Color it in. So if you normally have, like, your eyeliner is normally a kind of pricey one, like my NARS one is not the cheapest one ever. So that's why I have this one to use for the bigger surfaces, since this is just a Halloween costume and there's really no reason to use up all of my black eyeliner for one night. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my Q-tip and a little bit of makeup remover and help to clean this line up. So you always want to go back over with the dry side so that you don't get any drip from that eye makeup remover, which could mess up everything else. All your hard work. I'm going to use my concealer brush. You might want to try using a tinier concealer brush so that you don't have to worry about it messing up any of your work that you just did. So I'm going to go back over this to make it darker. And to make sure this is nice and even. Alright, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, so now on to working with eyeshadows. So what I first did was I used some gray and started blending that in. So go all the way out to your corner out here. And bring it all the way into that inside corner and a little bit over here. So you want to make sure it's as even as possible. So I'm mixing between a lighter gray and then a darker gray. Next, I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and I'm going to use this kind of vanilla-like shade from this Pop palette. And I'm going to put that on this inner corner area. It's pretty pigmented. You're going to want to try to use a white or cream shadow that is, just so it can stand up to the darker colors that you're using everywhere else. Because otherwise you're going to have to do a lot of layering. So I'm going to go back with my gray brush and help to smooth that out. So you want to go back and forth between blending and placing color. Remember, try to place and then blend. Otherwise you'll end up with some fallout. Next I'm going to use this shadow in Charmed. It's from Total Intensity. It's this new brand that I found at Ulta and I decided to try. It's pretty cool. I will say the color was not exactly what I was expecting, but it works. It was a little more orange than I thought it was going to be. Definitely more pigmented than I gave it credit for, but that's all right. Going back and blending that. Now I'm going to go in and start getting the black, which I'm using the Urban Decay Blackout shade. So I'm going to go over some of the eyeliner because I really want to blend it. And it'll help perfect some of the lines there. So I want this whole corner to be super dark. And then it'll blend into the lighter color over here. So this might be easier when you're doing it just to go one eye and then one eye. So then it's more, you have more likely a chance that it's going to be perfectly even. I'm going to do the eyeliner over here and then work on my bottom lash line. Because whenever you're putting on liquid liner, you really want to take a hold of that eye and pull it outwards so that your skin is smooth, and it makes it so much easier to draw that line. Alright. Next is this part, which is going to be a little more difficult than the rest of it was. I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit, because if you do a little bit at a time, you won't have a huge black smear to fix with all this intricacy down here to deal with. Alright, set that with a little bit of powder. I'm going to go back again with a little bit more of that light color. Cool. Alright, so next you want to do this eyeliner underneath your lash line, on your bottom lash line area. Try to go really lightly at first until you get the gist of where you want your eyeliner to be placed. So, I'm not connecting the bottom and the top lash line area. I'm going to keep that space open. And then I'm going to draw a little bit further down to give a thicker triangle space on that bottom lash line. Because you know, like, wolves have beautiful dark eyeliner around their eye space. So, alright, white eyeliner. Just gonna go right in between these two. And then in your waterline. Alright, now to do this space. Alright, so you're going to draw a line, and then you're going to do a little triangle to connect it. And use that little brush again. It's going to help you a little bit. I'm going to go in with the Q-tip, clean that edge up ever so slightly. So it matches a little better. And you want to hold this skin tight as well because it has a little bit more movement to it than the rest of the eye area. It's usually where the baggies hang out. Okay. Go in with that concealer. I'm going to go in with the liquid liner pen right now. To help intensify this space. And go on the bottom line. Key to liquid liner pens is to kind of push them either against your hand or against like a piece of paper towel to help get the ink back in the tip of the pen. Okay. This is just a clean brush right now to help buff away some things. Evening things out. So that's what the end of your makeup is going to be for this look, is you're going to go back through and make sure everything looks pretty much even, and then you're good to move on. So let's do some brows. So I just brushed mine up first, pretty much just bringing them back to their natural state. And what I did is I'm going to draw a line on the bottom portion of the brows, extending them a little bit. And then kind of doing some flicks upward. And then I'm going to go back with that teeny brush. And make sure this little brush only touches the black, because otherwise you're going to have to worry about any shadow diluting the black pigment. Okay. And then bring it down and kind of curve it there. Alright, cool. We have the brows. Go back with some powder. And get that. And then next, we're going to do a little bit of the contour. So I used my Laguna bronzer first from NARS. To add some depth before I added the black. It'll help blend it a little bit more. So use your bronzer that you have. Make sure it's not too orange. And then dip it once in the black eyeshadow. And then blend it back. Go through with your foundation brush. And then I used my Dior Shimmer brick for the highlight here. You don't have to use that part, I wanted to. I'm going to do a little bit of a highlight down the nose with that highlight shade that I used on the eyes. And then now we're on to the lips. So use a little bit of your black. Eyeliner. It's mainly going to be in the center and then off to the side a little bit. So you just want to make sure you have eye makeup remover at the end of the night, because otherwise you're going to have black all over your face. And then just go over it with this lipstick or whatever dark lipstick you want to wear. Just makes it more of an edgy wolf, I guess. Alright, if you want, you can go through with a brush to even it out and blend the colors. Alright, next, final thing you want to do is use a setting spray. Either use the Kat Von D Lock and Load or the Urban Decay, one of their many varieties. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this last Halloween tutorial for 2015. Stay tuned for 2016 next year. Make sure you participate in the Halloween giveaway, which is usually about 2 to 3 weeks before Halloween starts. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and happy Halloween! Have fun, stay safe, and enjoy Be Beautiful!